Hello, this is Apostle Dr. Jewel Williams here with our wisdom moment, and I start calling this from my, from my art room. So I was in the basement, so I wanna talk to you today. I'm calling this kind of wisdom moment, the shift up. The shift up. We're going somewhere. So if you've seen any of my old videos, whether I was selling jewelry or whether I was recording something, I generally was taking those in my basement. They worked, right? They were fine. But first of all, I got tired of the fact that you were always having to see all of the stuff in my basement. Then I also had to sometimes I had to wait to try to be able to record when the furnace or the air wasn't going because it could be kind of loud. Um, because some parts, like I would go in the family part of my basement, and that was fine because I have furniture there, so that part was fine. But in the back part, it's unfinished, so it could be a little dusty and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I want to move my position. Just stay with me for a few minutes. So before I even started really painting, I jokingly said to my husband, I said, hey, I should just turn this basement into, my new studio, right? Transitioned right after that from mainly selling my jewelry. I still have some, and if people order from me, they can order directly from my website. So it's not that I quit. I just transitioned. Hear me, hear me, hear me. I just transitioned to something different. So I transitioned and I started painting. Well, I've already shared with you that not only was I painting, but I began to sell some of my artwork. That still is blowing my mind. And I shared with you one of the last times was God said, go back and do some things again. But before I could sit down to really paint in the basement, God was like, okay, it's time to shift. It's shift your position. You've been in the basement for a while now. He was like, but now I need you to shift. You can go into the room, because this was actually my middle daughter's room. She no longer lives here, but it was like I couldn't get in here because we had to do some things. So she came in, she cleared it out, cleared some things out. It's still some stuff here, but she cleared most of it out. So where I'm sitting at now this is my table that normally I was painting in the basement. Well, I had no visual outside. Well, now look, I can look out the window. I can look out. I am in the sunlight. I am sitting at the desk. I've got my one easel here. I've got room and space, right? And so now I can come and I can create. And I love the sun. I love the sunlight. And so I can create. So where am I going with any of that? Well, there are times in our lives where you've been in the lower level. You've been at that beginning space. You've been it's almost been hidden. Just like if you plant something and you can't see it because it's under the dirt, like there was no light coming in the basement, but I was making it work. Some of you have been in places where it was a little dark. It was not quite what you wanted, but you believed God and said, I'm going to do what he tells me to do in this cramped space, in this little space. And I'm going to make the best of this beginning. I'm not going to despise small beginnings, because it's a beginning. It's a start. It's a place. And at some point, God will make a provision and a way, and he'll let me know when it's time to take a shift. And just like God said, okay, it's time to go upstairs. It's time to elevate. God is going to talk to you. It's some of you right now in positions and places. It's some of you right now in positions and places where you've been faithful. You've done what God told you to do. You stayed in position. You did what he said do. And now he's getting ready to tell you it's time to elevate. I'm bringing you up from that lower level. I'm bringing you up to a higher place so that you can not only see from a different vantage point. Because see, I didn't have the light. I didn't have the light downstairs. I had to deal with the noise of some things downstairs. I had to deal with some distractions downstairs. But up here, there's no distraction. There's nobody up here. There's no sound. I can't really hear. Like even now, the fan is going. I couldn't hear, over, like I can hear, you can't hear the fan, but you can sure hear the air conditioning. So God is like, as I'm elevating you, some of the sounds that were distracting you are going to be a lot less. Some of the things that slowed you down, that you had to wait on, you're not going to have to wait on in this elevated place as he's taking you up, as he's moving you to the next level, as he's moving you step by step up higher, because you have been faithful. So I want to encourage somebody today. If you are still in kind of the low place, you're in that beginning, don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Hang in, because God has some timing. It's some other stuff that had to go into work. Like, it was some things that we had to do up here to get it ready. God is saying, I'm getting some things ready for you. Maybe you're the one that's getting it ready. Maybe he's got somebody else getting it ready. Some of you, maybe you started a ministry. You started something low and you just kind of getting it together. But God is like, no, because you've been faithful, you've been holding on, I'm getting ready to open up so that you are able to move it to that next, that you can come up. So when you come up, there's going to be an ease to it. I'm going to show you more of the light. There's not going to be as much darkness, as much hidden. And in this sense, I hear God saying the light is revelation. The light is knowledge. The light is wisdom. Because you were faithful over where you were. He said, as I'm elevating you, I'm bringing you into a place where greater anointing, greater elevation, greater clarity is going to be yours, so that you're able to see, you're able to hear, you're able to move accordingly. And therefore, he said, I am going to also give you the ability to see. Right? Sometimes we get stuck in places, and because we can't see, it don't look like we moving. We can't see the actions, but God said, you have been moving. I've been doing what I said I was going to do for you. And so your next is coming. Your elevation, your move higher is coming into your life. So I just want to encourage somebody today and just really tell you that go through the process. Don't get out of position, and know that God is going to bring you to that next place. And I just want to share, like, this is the next picture that I'm working on. She's not fully baked yet. I'm kind of painting and going, hearing what God says do, and then I am doing it. So even though that's yellow at the bottom, it may not stay yellow, because it's like God will tell me to paint one color, and then he'll say that was just the base. Can I tell you something before I tell you bye? Sometimes that lower level, we think it's the whole picture. God is saying it was just the base. It was just the base. It was the starting. It wasn't the finished piece. Let God finish you, which is the finished piece. Let him keep working and doing what he wants to do. You come showing up. Show up with your tools. I had to show up with my paintbrush. You show up with your tools so that you can paint and do whatever he said do. Whether it's preach, whether it's teach, whether it's whatever. Keep doing it and know that God has the blessing for it. God has got the blessing for you. Keep working at it. I mean, I even want to shout out my daughter, Nina Pilates. That's what she's doing. She's working at expanding her business. She moved out of something that was difficult, but she made a move. And when she made that move, God has been blessing her. So she's got an open house coming up soon. So all you that pray for her open house, and know that God has got you. So I just want to encourage you. God bless. Have a great day.